Let's start off with the iPhone 16, wink wink, quote quote. The iPhone 16, let's talk about the design. The design is similar and yet new at the same time. For starters, you've got entirely new colors, a very nice glass back that's color infused, making the color pop even more. There's a pink color, which is crazy. But moving on, at the bottom here where you would find your SIM tray, you've actually got what they call a camera button, a camera assistance button, a camera assist button, which is not really new. I mean, Sony Xperia has been doing those forever. So 2 extra buttons added to the base iPhone models. As we know, the action button was only on the Pro models. So this is a bump up for everyone who just likes something simple and not too crazy. Yeah, I think for the outside, that's all. Instead of having the diagonal camera placement we had before in the regular iPhone 15s and the iPhone 14s, the base models, now you've got this iPhone 11 looking, you know, just straight down, that camera placement. I think it's the better one because, let's be honest, the diagonal really wasn't giving. It made you just think that I wish I could just have 3 stoves. But a 2-plate is actually really good. And then you've got the internals. That's where Apple has really bumped up the specs, literally. It's an iPhone 16, so why not give it a 16-core neural engine? And just a refresher, a core is like a calculator. So imagine 16 calculators all working simultaneously to make sure you have a very snappy experience on your iPhone. It also comes with a 5-core GPU and a 6-core CPU. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. All of this is gonna be bundled in what they're calling the A18 chip. That's gonna be in the iPhone 16, which is going to come in 2 sizes. The 16, the regular one, which is 6.1 inches, and the 16 Plus, which is 6.7 inches. That's for the people who like big chunky boys. And then the small one just for, you know, something slick, something you can handle. I would have preferred having a 16 mini, to be honest, but it's 2024 and Apple is not going to settle for that. Phones are a big part of our lives. And one of the things that has prompted this conversation is the release of the iPhone 16 lineup by Apple. And of course, Taku here, who is with me today, he hates Apple, so I have to actually catch him up on what's happening. Hi, Taku.
I'm not sure if you caught my slapping of the hand when you said iPhone 16, but yes.
Yeah. So why did you
catch that?
Why did you slap your thigh?
Because I'm not an iPhone fan.
Because you're not an iPhone fan.
Yes, I'm not an iPhone fan.
Okay, fine. That doesn't matter. But you know what does matter?
What?
The iPhone 16 lineup is out. People have the phone in their hands, and here you are slapping your thigh.
We're talking about the future of tech, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, to get a sense of the future, we need to look at the present and sometimes even the past. And Apple has proven more than once to be a revolutionary company when it comes to the engineering of smartphones and just setting the trajectory, setting the pace for the other companies. You know, I'm quite neutral. You know, I try my best to be neutral. I like both iOS, I like Android. But anyways, that's besides the point. The iPhone 16 lineup is out. So now let me explain it to you in layman's terms.
Okay.
So that you understand.
Okay.
iPhone every year, Apple, they release 4.
Why are you using that accent?
So that you can understand I'm talking slowly.
That is not talking. You entirely changed your accent.
Oh my goodness. Fine. 1, they released the iPhone 16.
Okay.
Which is 6.1 inches.
All right.
Okay. And then they released the iPhone 16 Plus, which is 6.7 inches. And then they released an iPhone 16 Pro, which is 6.3 inches. And then they released an iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is 6.9 inches.
Is that
Kaboom.
Is that all about the updates? It's just inches increasing, basically.
It's not just the inches increasing. Each of those phones is built around AI, not artificial intelligence, but Apple intelligence. Yeah, that was a pretty corny thing to do. But anyways, it's Apple. They're built specifically from the ground up to cater for Apple intelligence, right? Mm-hmm. They've got new chipsets, of course. There's going to be the A18 Bionic chip. There's going to be an A18 Pro chip for the Pro models, which has 16-core neural engine, 6-core CPU, and a 6-core GPU. which is, you know, it's quite fast.
I feel like we're now just focusing on iPhone. Now, back to the entirety of the conversation.
My point is, The internals are being bumped up on phones at a very alarming rate. It's more of the internals, and then the outside, just stays the same.
It is. I think when it comes to the development of phones, the smartphones, as we see them, we're going to be looking at faster, better designs, and even stronger chips when it comes
better
to
designs.
When it comes to them being inside.
Konapo, ipapo, ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.